Hey, what's shaking? As you can see, the Model A saga is kind of coming to a close. This this turkey is cooked, I guess you might say. It just needs to be dressed. The turkey needs the dressing. Put some stuff on it, and then goes back to the customer. And then I think he's gonna just park it inside and store it for a few months, and then bring it out, clean it up, and start driving it. So this is the tri-stage red on it. It is a color from, I believe it's a 2016 to 2019, maybe, Mazda. Being a tri-stage, so what you do, it doesn't show up good on the camera. It looks kind of, it's not as brown as it looks. It's a really deep ruby red. But yeah, what you do with the color is you paint it a metallic coppery pink kind of a color, and then you put this really translucent burgundy red over top of it. And the color of the car is all dependent on how many coats of top color you put over top of the metallic. It's really quite a time-consuming process to paint because, as I said, how much of the ruby you put on it changes the color of the car. So that also affects the way that you're going to paint the car. Because normally when people paint a car, a lot of times you'll go panel to panel as you paint it. You know, you'll paint here, and then you'll paint your door, and then you'll paint your lather door, and then you'll paint the back, and then you'll be up on the roof, and then you'll be up and down the back. But with this color, you have to start either here or there, and your paint gun has to go up, and you got to start, and then you got to go and go. And when you're painting the side of the car, you have to start here or there, and your paint gun hits, and you go, and then down you go. It's really, I mean, you might as well get your dink caught in your zipper. That's about how much fun it is. To really put it into perspective, how much fun doing this is, actually two things. So this, I mean, you can't argue with the color. It's bitchin'. And in the sunlight, boom, it's bitchin'. But another thing is, you see all them slots on that hood, all those louvers? You gotta sand those, each one of those, individually, by hand. By hand. You wanna know how much fun that is? Coupled with this, just get in your car, drive out to the country, and just go take yourself a big whiz on an electric fence. That's about how much fun all this is. But again, you can't argue with the color. I mean, the fenders are black, the boards, and the wheels. This car will get a true spoke knockoff wire wheel, if you know what that is. There's no lug nuts. It's got a spinner in the middle of it, and you hit it with a rubber or a brass hammer to tighten the wheel on. So, but I mean, that actually, those chrome true spoke wires, that color and some black, awesome. Gonna be awesome. As you can see, my paint booth to paint this thing does not look like what you see on the big TV shows when they do their big $1 million paint jobs. And a lot of that stuff, I guess it's habit, and if you don't have your methods down, you might need it. But I mean, this thing is like, it's clean. I don't know if that shows up, but I guess you kind of got to take my word for it. I mean, looking at the panels, like the paint on this thing is clean. There is maybe 2 little specks of dust, maybe 3, probably not, per panel on this thing. The cowl, it's clean. All that plastic, but the cowl is clean. You make the car clean, you make yourself clean, And then when you're spraying the job, nothing's flying out of here, nothing's flying out of here, nothing's flying off of here. Well, it's going to be clean, isn't it? Because you're not picking any of this shit up off the floor and getting it inside of the car. I mean, how are you doing that? You scooping it up? You're not scooping it up, putting it in the car. Anyways, I mean, whatever. That's all. A lot of people would argue that opinion, but I've been doing this for more than 6 weeks. Let's put it that way. And this is a shitty old paint booth that moves air. It's got doors on it and filters that seals out what's going on out in the shop. And if you got your methods down, it'll work for you. You could do this in a garage and get a clean paint job. A little bit of air movement to keep the solvents flowing out of the air. That's your biggest battle. But anyways, I thought I'd bring you in here while we're all still taped up so you can see, if you give a shit, you can see what it all looks like, still taped up. And all set to unmasking it, and we'll put some stuff together here eventually. Well, here it is in all its glory. Got the back fender just mocked on there so you kind of get the idea. Yeah, again, you know, you can't, as much as I hate it, can't argue with this color. But yeah, this kind of gives you the gist of what it's going to be when it's all together. Boom! We're up here now. Just so you can kind of see the black. Like I said, the roof kind of all comes together. You have to imagine that the hood's on it. Just imagine that the hood's on it. Just right about there. My fingers are red. See, my fingers are red. Anyways. So yeah, like we did the firewall black. I think it works. You know, visor's black, firewall's black, fender, you know, the bits in the grill, et cetera, et cetera. Got that Hulk of a motor in it. The old upside down coil, yada, yada, yada. If it was mine, I would lower it a little bit, a couple inches in the front anyways, and I'd chop at least 4 inches out of the arse end of this thing, but I barely fit in this damn thing anyway, so it doesn't matter what I would do. It ain't my car, it's his car. Raise the thing up some more if you want. You know, whatever you want to do. It's your car. Have fun with it. But anyways, I think we will leave it here, and I'm going to put some more together on this thing. Probably put a windshield in it too. That's on the list. But yeah, there it is. There's the 1930 Ford Model A. I'm not sure if I'll do another walk around on it once it's all together and the hood's on it, and like behind the hood there, right about, there's a hole, right, that's where the signal lights go in it, and just underneath that handle, there's another little hole right about, that's where the door lock goes. You know what I'm saying? It's not all there yet. Not very much of it's there yet. Yeah, I guess that's it. We'll leave it there. And cheers. Always remember, if your mother never told you, keep your stick on the ice. Something. See ya.